I'm Craig Lee.
I'm Robb McGee.
And this is Real Talk with Robb and Craig on Thursday, the 3rd of June, 2021. And today, Mr. McGee, we are talking about...
What are the real estate trends so far in 2021?
You know, for what I did some research on this, so I know what everybody in America is supposedly looking at.
Yeah.
But we're having issues with, and this came up, Janet just said to throw this in there, appraisals. Appraisers are not all, so we can't just say a group of, but we have had appraisers. They should be regulated on what they can charge and not charge. Yeah. Just like a VA appraiser has so many days that they have to get the appraiser to us, the government needs to step in and regulate some of this. It's they're holding people hostage.
They're taking forever, and they're charging a usurously high fee.
Just throw out the number, if you don't know, Janet, throw it out there. What we got offered one appraisal.
$2,700.
$2,700. That is insane.
To me, that's an industry asking to be regulated. That's an industry saying, I'm unwilling to police myself. You're going to have to step in at a state or federal level and limit how much I can charge and gouge these customers.
Yeah. Because
$2,700 is offensive. It's an offensive fee. I was offended for my client when we got that bid back. It made me mad.
It's really like appraisers are at the government store and going, hey, regulate us.
Yeah, please, we need oversight. If they're going to come back with fees like that, that's what you're going to get. You need to change your tune.
And I don't want to beat a dead horse, but last week we talked about how insurance in Washington is going to go up unjustifiably based on who knows what. But it's going to affect the people that pay their credit, pay on time. So please reach out to
the insurance commissioner, Mike Kreidler, state of Washington. State of Washington is the only state in the union that is changing the rules where your good credit history is it's no longer going to be a factor in determining your insurance rates. That means if you've been responsible and paid your bills, your insurance is going up.
Yeah.
It's going up a lot.
How's that even possible? Mike Kreidler, you're a crybaby. I don't know that guy. Okay, you start, buddy.
So here's what we're seeing. Number one, lack of inventory. We're not breaking new news here. Everybody who's shopping for a home already knows this. The real estate agents that we partner with know it well. It's part of their daily lives. There's not enough inventory on the market for the number of people that want to buy a house.
I just want to say that it seems like just about every year at some point, that's the exact same thing that everybody's saying. Yet, surprisingly, you've got some agents that are finding people houses and helping them, and you've got the others that are just going to sit at home and cry. And I'm not trying to be, but man, we've got some agents that are on fire.
Yeah.
They're great agents, and they don't say that. They just have to work a little harder to make it fit for the client.
A good agent will find you a house. If you are working with an agent who's not finding you a house, you call me or Craig. We'll put you with one that will.
With what Rob just said, home prices are still going through the roof.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that slow down at all.
No, and the national trend reports are indicating prices are going to continue to increase, and that's for really unusually. It's across the country, not just, the Northwest has had high valuation increases. Seattle for the last several years has been the number 2 or number 3 metropolitan area in the country in percentage of increase. But we're seeing oftentimes double-digit increases in all 50 states. And that's not always the case. So it's a nationwide trend.
Yeah. The good thing, and I'm going to steal this one because it's good news, and I'm usually the first to jump on the bad news, but mortgage rates are still historically low.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting most people in the 2s or 3s. It's phenomenal. So as the home prices go up and the rates are still low, you're going to be able to buy more house for the same money.
I was looking, we sometimes forget how good the rates are. I was shredding a bunch of ancient material that we didn't need to keep anymore, and I came across my first home mortgage statement. Now this is going, I'm going to date myself here, this is going back into the 90s for this, but at that time we were on an FHA loan program, which typically is a lower interest rate, subsidized. And I paid a point to get a lower rate, and I was at 7.875, and that was a good interest rate back then. Now we're routinely locking people in the low 3s, even high 2s on government loans. It just tells you where we are compared to where we were, and that's not that long ago. So it's a major change.
What were you talking about? I forgot.
Yeah.
See what I did there? Boom! What if I'm not buying or selling a home in 2021? What am I going to be thinking about?
Here's one of the key things, and Craig did some research on this, and I find it very interesting. Equity is not going to decrease this year, and likely not next year, according to the experts. Yeah. And the reason for that is we're not in a bubble. I've talked to people who've said, well, you know what happened in 2008, I'm just waiting for the bubble to pop.
Yeah.
We're not in a bubble. These prices are being dictated by the lack of inventory that we talked about earlier, the number of people that are looking for homes versus the number of homes that are available, and the overall job market. Our area here, Washington, we're importing people every day to fill positions at Amazon and Microsoft.
Sure.
You know,
the military.
The military. We're bringing people in from other states, and there's not enough housing. Because of that, that is what's supporting these high valuations. It's not a bubble, so there's nothing to pop. This is being supported by a lot of economic data and trends. So it's not that fear. In 2008, the reason it was a bubble, all those prices were they were based on people's opinion.
Fictitious.
Yeah. And there was nothing supporting it. So when it did pop, it fell far. This time, there's all these layers of support under where pricing.
We were kind of talking about number 2 here.
Yeah.
It says real estate crash is highly unlikely. The difference is, and we haven't touched on this, the difference in buying a home in 2005 to 2008 was you could breathe, get a 620 on your FICO score, and you're approved.
Yeah.
You didn't have to prove anything if you got a little bit higher interest rate. Those programs,
They're gone. They
gone. Should never come back.
Stated income, stated asset. They were being used for people that didn't need to go stated income, stated asset. People with W-2 employees, W-2 employment, and they just didn't make enough to qualify for the home they wanted to buy. So what would happen is an unscrupulous lender, proud to say we never did, but we knew people that did, they would just say, well, we'll just make your income this, then you qualify for this house. Well, just because you say your income is one level, didn't make it so. So when it was time to make those payments, guess what? People ran into trouble, and that fed into the
You didn't have to sign a 4506T. You could pay 1/4% higher in your rate.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff that I remember. And I did lose some good agents because I wouldn't do them. And I've always said, and Rob's quoted me on this, I don't want to be in Walmart in Port Orchard and somebody want to clog me upside the head because they see me. I want people to be happy they see me. And, you know, I invite everybody to whatever I'm doing because that's just not us.
I see them every day. I'm never happy. But I don't want to punch him in Walmart either.
That hurt my feelings. Janet does want to punch me, and Lana still loves me. Regardless of the neighborhood. So this is really important in some of the areas that we work in. Regardless of your neighborhood, buyers are still interested in making higher than asking prices. So go into a little bit of that. If you're making an offer at the house is on sale for $300,000 and you're offering $330,000, what do you have to do to make that work with the bank?
Well, one thing to remember, we can only finance you on the amount the house appraises for. So you can offer anything you want. If the house is being sold for $300,000, you could offer $400,000. But if it only appraises at $330,000, we'll use your number, we can only lend on $330,000. So that's the fair market value of the home. You're allowed to pay more than that in this crazy market, and a lot of people are. But you have to make up that difference in cash. We can only finance the appraised value. So it's one thing to remember as you're making an offer.
So on that, this is just from a personal standpoint. If you're looking to buy your dream house, and this house is you're going to stay there, and I mean 5 years or longer, that's one thing. But if you're buying it and it's your starter home and you don't know how long you're going to be there, maybe you don't want to take all the equity that is there and then next year's equity too, and try and make that work for you. Do what you're going to do, but I would look at everything and kind of pencil it out before you do it.
Yeah, and this also plays into something that our real estate partners are telling us all the time. there's probably never been a better time in history to list a home for sale. So if you've been thinking about it, it's time to do it. Give us a call. We'll put you with a great agent who will list that home, and you too will sell your home for probably more than you think it's worth and more than you're asking.
Yeah. We've got all kinds of great referral partners. So if you need anything to do with real estate, please reach out to us. The whole Lee McGee team will give you real estate attorneys, inspectors, you name it. We've got them, and we'd love to help any way we can. Also, this year, July 8th is our Give Back Day. Rob and I are giving blood. I think Janet is going to go with us. There's somebody else. Ryan Stubler is going to go with us. And anybody else that wants to go give blood and then go to the food bank, please do. We're going to have a food bank here, and we're going to take it to.
Don't forget, if you're in the Gig Harbor area and you're by our office and you want to bring by a bag of non-perishable food, bring it to us. We will take it to the food bank for you. Also, Janet is reminding me we're doing a jacket drive for we're just starting summer, but homeless shelters need to start planning for winter now. So we're collecting jackets, and we'll be turning those in for you as well. New or gently used jackets. So.
Also, this is a Cancer Awareness Month, one of the months always it is. And Janet and her daughter, I don't know all the details, Janet, but you're walking 30 miles to work up money for
American Cancer Society.
Yeah.
So please call us, and we'll pass you on to Janet.
She's walking 30 miles this month, just at various times during the month.
Yeah.
Janet's our camera person, for anybody who doesn't know. And you can go on to Janet's Facebook page, and she has set up a fundraiser to support the American Cancer Society during their walk. So you can make a donation to her. Craig and I are doing that. And I'm very pleased to make a donation to Janet, because it means I don't have to walk 30 miles. She's doing it for me. I'll pay her to do it. So
yeah, that's awesome that she's doing that. Please go to www.realtalk.mortgage. It'll take you right to our YouTube channel, as well as many other videos on there. That some are just kind of goofy and some are fun. If you have any questions about anything to do with the mortgage industry, please reach out to us. We'd love to help you, whether you use us or not. I'm Craig Lee.
I'm Robb McGee.
And that's Real Talk with Robb and Craig.